Welcome to the Down South Hunting Podcast, episode number 9. We're going to jump into the middle of a conversation. We've produced a mini episode here with Dr. Bronson Strickland on what books you can read as a whitetail hunter to make you better at management, conservation, just an overall better hunter. Let's get it going.
Let's say we've got a listener that's out there right now that's kind of starting to get geeked out into wildlife management, wildlife biology. Is there a go-to book that you would recommend for that person to go and buy?
Very good, very, very good question. If you think the information was really nerdy on the podcast tonight, yeah, most people don't want to read those books that we write. Steve and I both had a chapter in what we call the new deer book. It's called Biology and Management of Whitetail Deer. That is a great resource. Now, it's technical. I mean, it's a tough read, but there's lots of good info in that. And, you can find that on Amazon. If you want a good introduction into deer management, what is this deer management all about? A little philosophy, a little history. I'd probably start with the Quality Whitetails book, put out by QDMA. That's a wonderful book as well. If you are more of some lighter reading and some more philosophy, it's more the philosophy and history of wildlife management, I would look for a Sand County Almanac by Aldo Leopold. Aldo Leopold is called the father of wildlife management. He was really the first one to put it down on paper, and really the first ambassador for wildlife biology. And just a wonderful book. He's a wonderful writer too, and some of the stories are just so fascinating and engaging. Off the top of my head, guys, there's a lot more. I mean, if the more technical you would want to be, the more you could start getting into textbooks. I mean, there's literally probably 10 different an introduction into wildlife management or an intro into wildlife biology textbooks that we use, for our teaching. So you could find those on Amazon, but those would be my, well, let me give you another one. Here's one. Let me plug a Mississippi book. We finished one 2 years ago called Fish and Wildlife Management. That's just the title, Fish and Wildlife Management in Mississippi. And you can find that like anything on Amazon, or just Google Fish and Wildlife Management Mississippi. It will pop up. If one of your listeners can't find it, they can shoot me an email. Just, go to the MSU Deer Lab website and shoot me an email. But that is a wonderful book that is really specific to the Southeast and the authors of that book. So we had a whole bunch of different authors that wrote a chapter on their specialty. So there's a deer management chapter, there's a small game chapter, there's a food plot chapter, there's fish, fish management chapter, pond management. So if you just want a really, really good, well-rounded introduction for hands-on wildlife management in the Southeast, that would probably be a darn good one right there. Fish and Wildlife Management in Mississippi.
We hope you enjoyed this mini episode with Dr. Bronson Strickland as much as we did interviewing him, and I'm sure we'll be interviewing Dr. Strickland more in the future. This week we're going to the QDMA, and we're up to 18 reviews on iTunes right now. We need 2 more reviews, guys and gals. Give us 2 more reviews. This weekend, Mike and I will be together. We'll draw a winner. I'm going to have our coffee roasted by Wednesday, so you should be able to get it. I should be able to get a shipment out next week, a freshly roasted coffee. Your mailbox will explode with the aroma of that. You're gonna love it. Go ahead, leave us a couple of reviews. We'll get that out next week if we can draw us a couple of winners here, or a few winners. And also go check us out on downsouthhunting.com. You'll find our social media accounts at the bottom of the page on the icons: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Have a good night and go do something cool.